Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Whatever you are, be a good one. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. The best way to predict your future is to create it. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. All that I am or hope to be, I owe to my angel mother. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. My concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. Character is like a tree, and reputation like its shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, the tree is the real thing. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. I have been driven many times upon my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. Whatever you are, be a good one. I do not like to hear cut and dried sermons. No, when I hear a man preach, I like to see him act as if he were fighting bees. I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends. I have always been an admirer of the heroism of the martyrdom, and I have often thought that martyrdom may be the highest form of patriotism. I can make more generals, but horses cost money. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. Let no feeling of discouragement prey upon you, and in the end, you are sure to succeed. I remember my mother's prayers, and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. I would rather be a little nobody than to be an evil somebody. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to the light I have. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. The better part of one's life consists of his friendships. Those who are happy are not without pain, they just know how not to be controlled by it. The best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. I have no prejudice against Southern people. They are just what we would be in their situation. To ease another's heartache is to forget one's own. You cannot build character and courage by taking away people's initiative and independence. I don't know who my grandfather was. I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. I am not a lawyer, but I have read Blackstone, and I know that if the jury feels the law is unjust, we recognize the undisputed power of the jury to acquit, even if their verdict is contrary to the law as given by a judge and contrary to the evidence. Most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be. If I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 6 sharpening my axe. The best way to predict your future is to study your past. If you look for the bad in people, expecting to find it, you surely will.